हेलो बच्चों, कैसे हो आप लोग। आज हम लोग लेके आए हैं हेरिडिटी एंड इवोल्यूशन का नया वीडियो। ये वीडियो लेक्चर हम लोग आज डिस्प्ले पे देखेंगे, मॉडल डिस्प्ले पे सीखेंगे। सो फॉर दिस वीडियो वी हैव स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम एविडेंसेस ऑफ इवोल्यूशन एज वी हैव सीन इन द लास्ट लेक्चर, दैट इज व्हाई इवोल्यूशन मेड एंड हाउ द इवोल्यूशन इज important to study. In that case, we have studied a various thing around us. Today we are going to discuss such a things further it. For human beings are so much interested in the theory of evolution, that how the earth became developed, or the how earth is came, various thing we have seen. So in that, evidences of evolution is our first phase or the first point which we are going to see today. Now, today science and the development of science is so much vast. Nowadays we are collectively thinking upon all the mentioned theories and implies that on evolution is analyzed process of change. However, it need of proof to prove it. Following various proofs are available for the support of this theory mentioned above for the evolution. Now, the which are the evidences are now available. So in that, first one is morphological evidences. Morphological evidences. Now, what is meant by morphological evidences? See, various similarities like mouth, structure of mouth, position of eyes, structure of nostrils and ear pinna, and thickly distributed hairs on the body are seen nowadays also and previous time also. Previously this type of hairs are present on our body for whole the portion, but now, right now the means area get reduces, and because of only and only some of the portion are present on the body on which we are able to see the thick portion, the thick distributed hair on our body. Same thing we can say about plants also. Similar characteristics like leaf shape, leaf vention, leaf petal, etc. occur in this case of plant. They indicated that there are some similarities in those groups, and hence it proved that their origin must be same, must have the common. Why so? See, now we enlarge the image and see the structure of the leaf which is present right now. We can conclude it here that the structure of leaf is present over here. See, nowadays also and in modern time also, previously also, we have able to see these things. But for further study this thing, nowadays these are taken to be as evidences, because these evidences are plays most important role in the theory of evolution. And in the theory of evolution we can study the genetically disorders or the modified points that which will be helpful for us. In that, first one is, so we have seen, that is morphological evidences. Now second is anatomical evidences. Now anatomical means what exactly anatomical evidences means? Anatomical evidence means when we carefully observe this picture. In the first picture we are able to see the human hand, the palm of a human hand, which we are able to see over here. That is, I'll show you human hand which we are able to see over here. Next, that is, next, cat, four legs. Next, pedicum of bat, and last is flipper of whale. These are the structural thing which we are able to see. Now the structural things which we are able to see, these are the anatomical evidences. Now what is meant by anatomical evidences? The evidences which are carried out from the, that means older skeleton. A human can get a skeleton inside the earth surface. Some duration ago, the means material get degradized themselves, and due to earthquake and all this phenomenon, materials get degradized themselves inside the earth surface. Due to huge pressure and the temperature, they converted into fossils and the fossil fuels. Fossils are exactly different than that of fossil fuels. If you are seeing the Egypt pyramid, so in the Egypt pyramid, अगर आप लोग इजिप्ट के पिरामिड में देखते हो तो इजिप्ट पिरामिड में आपको ये क्लियरली समझ में आ जाएगा कि इजिप्ट के जितने भी पिरामिड्स थे उन सारे पिरामिड्स में ह्यूमंस के स्केलेटन्स भी मिले हैं, जिनको आज हम लोग मम्मी के नाम से जानते हैं। बच्चों, आप ये बात अच्छी तरह से जानते हो कि जो मम्मी हम लोग देखते हैं, मतलब इजिप्ट के पिरामिड से जो मम्मी निकले वाली है, वो आज से तकरीबन 1000 और मोर देन दैट ईयर पुरानी है। ये नहीं बोल सकते कि ये सिर्फ 1000 ईयर पुरानी है या फिर 2000 ईयर पुरानी है। इवन 100 मंथ्स BC बिफोर काउंटिंग के भी हम लोगों को बहुत सारे मम्मीज़ आजकल देखने को मिलते हैं। इजिप्ट के पिरामिड्स में मिले भी है, उनके ऊपर जब रिसर्च हुआ, अनुसंधान हुआ, तो ये सारी बातें कॉमन दिखती हैं। कौन सी बातें? अगर हम लोग ह्यूमंस की बात करें तो ह्यूमंस का जो हैंड होता है, इजिप्शियन मम्मी की अगर बात करेंगे तो ह्यूमन हैंड जो है एग्जैक्टली सेम है जैसा उस टाइम पे था, वैसा ही जैसा अगर आपने किसी मम्मी को देख लिया तो मम्मी के हैंड जैसा भी आपको दिखेगा ना, सेम उसी एग्जैक्टली उसी तरह का हमारा आजकल जो हैंड है हम लोग देखते हैं। देखो बच्चों, ये हैंड जो है ये बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। हमारे जो स्ट्रक्चरल थ्योरी है उसके लिए ये ह्यूमन हैंड्स जो है बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। व्हेन वी आर सीन ऑल दिस फेनोमेनन एंड व्हेन वी आर एबल टू क्लैरिफाइड देमसेल्फ, इट आल्सो टेकन इजिप्शियन ममीज इज आल्सो टेकन एज अ एविडेंसेस। नाउ नेक्स्ट, कैट 4 लेग। अगर आपको ये बात मालूम हो तो इजिप्ट के पिरामिड जितने भी है, अगर आपने फ्रिक्शनल मूवीज़ में देखा है तो इजिप्ट के जितने भी पिरामिड्स हैं ना, उन सारे पिरामिड्स के ऊपर ना बिल्ली रखे वाली है, मतलब बिल्ली की शक्ल का मुखौटा लगाया जाता है, या फिर बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें दिखाई जाती है जो कि बिल्ली से मिलती जुलती होती है, मतलब कि बिल्ली जैसी ही होती है। ओरिजिनेशन उनका जो है कैट जैसा होता है। उस टाइम पे कैट को बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब वैल्यू दी जाती थी, जो कि हम लोग देख सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट, अगर हम लोग बैट देखते हैं, बैट की वजह से आजकल तो हम लोग बहुत ज़्यादा बैट को देखने लग गए हैं, क्योंकि बैट की वजह से आजकल हम लोग घर पे बैठ के ऑनलाइन स्टडी कर रहे हैं। वी आर वेरी वेल नोन अबाउट द कोरोना और COVID-19 वायरस, बिकॉज इफ़ यू सी द pathogen of the bat, so this is also the same, exactly same what we have ever, means in the previous time also and now modern time also. If you carefully observe the picture, there doesn't seem any superficial similarities between the human hand, cat's foreleg, flipper of whale and patagium of the bat. Similarly, use of each of those structure is different with respect to animal. For if we had seen the flipper of whale, it helps to swim. Human hand, it helps to hold the things, it helps to get the things. Cat's foreleg, it helps to walk, it helps to cover a distance. So the similarities of each animal or each thing are superficial, and they are different for different, and it is used as a different animal for the different structures. It is respective animal, it is totally different in the respective animal. However, there is a similarity in the structure of the bones and the bone joints in the organ of each of those animal. This similarity indicate that those animal may have the common ancestors. Next, the next is vestigial organ. The next evidence for us is vestigial organ, which we are now you are able to see the vestigial organ. As we have previously discussed about this vestigial organ, and I previously told you in previous lecture we have seen लास्ट लेक्चर, दैट इज़ एपेंडिसाइटिस। जैसे हम लोग जानते हैं, पहले हम लोग जब बहुत एशियन टाइम, स्टोन एज की बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग, जब हम लोग स्टोन एज में थे तो उस टाइम पे हम लोगों के बॉडी में एपेंडिसाइटिस नाम का एक ऑर्गन था जो आज भी मौजूद है। यकीनन उसकी साइज़ जो है दिन ब दिन कम होती जा रही है, लेकिन ये जो एपेंडिसाइटिस है ना, ये हमारे बॉडी के अंदर मतलब एक वेस्टिजियल ऑर्गन के तौर पर है। ये जो एपेंडिसाइटिस है ये हमारे बॉडी में एज ए वेस्टिजियल ऑर्गन काम करता है। डिग्रेडेट्स ऑफ अनडेवलप्ड useless organ into a organic organism called a vestigial organ. Write down the definition. Degenerated or undeveloped useless organ. Degenerated or undeveloped useless organ of organism are called as vestigial organ. In living organism, for example, we can take as appendicitis, tailbone. These are the examples of vestigial organ. In living organism, sudden development of new tissue or organs for living in the changing environment, it is not possible. Instead, existing organ undergo gradual changes. These changes are so slow. That's what the heredity and evolution is, the so slow change process, you know, and these changes are dependent on the environment. For this purpose, I mention one thing. We know very well that is Chinese food, which is, we specially said that about, I'm just talking about soy sauce. You know, soy sauce, if Chinese people or the weather in China, if the people used to eat the Chinese sauce, it is not difficult to digest themselves, but it is totally difficult for us. Because of that only we are suffering from cancers and the very dangerous disorders nowadays, very familiar in India also, because their culture, their environment is totally different than that of our environment. Because of that only their body parts are made exactly for their environment, and our body parts are exactly made for our environment, as per our environment. It is not possible that instead of existing organ undergo gradual change, mostly a specific structure in the body is useful under the certain situation. However, some structure under the different situation may be useless or even harmful, such structures being to be dangerous and detachable under the such a situations. As per the principle of natural selection, it takes thousands of years for the structure of disappear. Such a organ are seen in the different phases of disappearance in the different animals. Such a organ through non-functional in a certain organism, it may be functional. It is other organism that is not vestigial in organism. Appendicitis, which is useless to human, it is useful for the fully functional organ in ruminants. Similarly, muscles of the ear pinna, which are useless for the human, are useful in monkey for movement of ear pinna. Various vestigial organ like tailbone, wisdom teeth, and the body hairs are present in the body of the human beings are considered to be as a vestigial organ, because these organs are not helpful for our body, or even these organs are not useful for our body. That's what it is taken as a vestigial organ. Here we are able to see, here we can see the vestigial organ, that is nothing but the wisdom teeth, that is backside. I'll make the circle over there. These are the wisdom teeth which are taken as a vestigial organ for the human beings. Next, if we are see the air muscles, you know, monkey have to move their airs as per the requirement, as per whatever the requirement is there, they have to move their air. But you know, for human beings we don't need to move our air, because we can move our neck up to 180-degree. That's what it is also taken as a vestigial organ for the human beings. And next, the tailbone, you know, we are able to see the tailbone is nothing but the vestigial organ for the human beings, because it is also non-usable. It is only present to the structural phenomenon, those animal which crawl in, which they have to crawl in the state, which means like snake, like dog, cat, they have to walk on their four legs. So for them it is useful. For our body it is not that much useful. These are the most important evidences, that is which we have seen for the vestigial organ. Now next evidences, that is fossil fuel evidences and etc evidences, we are going to see in the next video. If you like this video, so you know very well what you have to do. You have to like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.